Good morning. In last lecture we have seen the concept of potential energy of a wave, its mathematical equation. Today we discuss about the kinetic energy of a wave and what about the total energy of a wave. In case of SHM we have already seen that a particle of a wave perform SHM and in case of velocity of a particle or we say that in case of a single particle performing SHM, it is to be noted that kinetic energy of at a particular position, if it is maximum, then at the same position potential energy is minimum and vice versa. It means total energy remains constant. But in case of wave energy, it is not remain constant. It varies with respect to time. So this we discuss now mathematically. In last lecture we have seen about the potential energy and this potential energy mathematical expression we have shown, I have shown you, and it is denoted by, it is numbered as 3. From last lecture the equation of potential energy per unit length is given by du by dx is equal to T upon 2 into dy by dx whole square. This equation number 3 we have already seen. Here in this case, in this same figure, wave is propagating along suppose x-axis with respect to time. P, Q, R, these are the points on the wave, the amplitude, X position of a particle. All these things you are well known. Already we have seen. Now we concentrate on the term kinetic energy. But here you see dy by dx, its whole square is there. It is not a double derivative, only it is the whole square of dy by dx. But we know the equation of wave equation. Wave equation is y is equals to a sin omega t minus kx, and you know where y is what? Displacement of a particle. A stands for amplitude, angular frequency omega, t for time, k constant, and x position. And if we differentiate this equation of a wave with respect to x, it is written differentiating with respect to x, then what happens? This you will get dy by dx is equals to a into k cos omega t minus kx. But you know differentiation of sin is what? Cos minus a k cos omega t minus kx. This is what? Differentiation of this above equation with respect to x. Here this is a derivative of wave equation, and here dy by dx you know in equation 3 it is there. So if we substitute this value of this here, then what happens? Here whole square is there, that's why we have to take a square of this term, and square of negative term becomes positive, you know. For example, square of minus 5 is what? Minus 5 multiplied by minus 5, it is what? 25, plus 25. Likewise, this minus term ak cos omega t minus kx. By squaring we will get plus 1. Are you agree? Then squaring both sides we obtain dy by dx is equal to a square k square cos square omega t minus kx. I mean here negative sign we have not taken because it becomes positive. Square of every number is positive. So in the same way, if we substitute this value of dy by dx whole square in the equation of potential energy and in equation number 3, what we obtain? Potential energy with respect to, potential energy per unit length is half into t, a square k square cos square omega t minus kx. But you know, velocity is equal to under root t by mu. Therefore, t is equal to what we obtain. Squaring and cross multiplication, if we obtain, we get t is equal to v square mu. And v is equal to what we get? Omega upon k. That is, k is equal to omega upon v. These concepts we have already seen. So here, instead of t, let us substitute what? V square mu. And instead of k here, we substitute omega by v. In next slide, we see it. See now, du by dx is equal to half as it is. The value of v, t and k we substitute here. Then v instead of t, what we put here? V square mu. And instead of k, omega by v. Now what happens we see. So half v square mu, a square as it is. And instead of k square, let's write omega by v. I square was there, so we take whole square. Cos square omega t minus kx as it is. This is angle, so that we are not squaring this term, remember. Then next step is half mu first I have taken, a square omega square cos square omega t minus kx. V square and this v square, they gets cancelled with each other. So that what left? Half mu a square omega square cos square omega t minus kx. Let this is equation number 4. This is the equation of potential energy of a wave per unit length. Per unit length. In terms of cos square and in terms of omega and. Now let us turn towards the kinetic. You know, kinetic energy half a part dx is given by dk is equal to half dm into v square. Particle velocity square. What is dm? Dm is mass of a particle. And Vp is nothing but particle velocity. But V is equal to, velocity is nothing but rate of change of displacement dy by dt. And dm by dx is nothing but what? Mu. So therefore dm is equal to what we obtain? Mu dx. That's why instead of dm here, what we put there? Mu dx. Are you getting it? Here instead of dm, we substitute mu dx. This mu dx we substitute instead of dm. Then what we obtain? What we obtain? dk is equal to, what is dk now? dk is equal to half into mu dx into dy by dt. You are getting it or not? Here instead of dm, what is taken? Mu dx. Vp square means dy by dt whole square. Dy by dt whole square. The y stands for displacement, and differentiating with respect to t of the displacement is nothing but velocity. So half mu dx a square omega square cos square omega t minus kx. I mean dy by dt whole square is nothing but this. Therefore, dk upon dx, this dx let's take to this side. This take dx only to LHS. Then what happens? dk by dx is equals to half mu as it is a square omega square cos square omega t minus kx. Suppose this is equation number 5. This is nothing but the equation of kinetic energy of a wave per unit length. Per unit length, what we are saying? Because dx we are taking a small length, unit length we have taken already in previous lecture we have seen. So this is nothing but the equation of kinetic energy of a wave per unit length. This is number 5. Now here, interesting thing is what we have to now compare. What we have to compare? Equation 4 and equation 5. What is equation 4? It is nothing but potential energy per unit length, and equation 5 now already we have seen. It is nothing but kinetic energy per unit length. So if we observe, their right hand sides are same, equal, one and the same. Therefore we say that du by dx is equals to dk by dx, and this value is this. Hence we conclude that kinetic energy and potential energy of a wave is same. It means that at a particular point they are same. Hence total energy of a wave is not constant, it varies with time. So for example, at a particular point P in a wave, at a particular point P here, kinetic energy is same to the potential energy of a wave. I mean, for example, total energy of a wave is suppose 100. Then if it is asked, what about the kinetic energy of a wave? Then you can say that it is 50. Because potential energy and kinetic energy both are what? Same. 100 total. That's why kinetic 50 and potential also 50. So my point is that at a particular point, any point you take on a wave, whatever may be the kinetic energy, same is the potential. So this point is very important. So this is the difference between SHM and the wave. Energy in SHM, energy of a particle in SHM, and energy of a wave. So hereafter you remember, the energy of a wave is not a constant, it varies with time. And another point what we have to remember, energy of a wave at a particular point is same, in the sense kinetic energy and potential energy both are equal in value. For example, already I have told you, whenever kinetic energy is, for example, suppose 50, potential energy is also 50, total energy is 100. So in this way, you remember this concept of wave energy and energy of a particle in SHM. So here we take a pause, and in next lecture we shall see the another point related to waves. Thank you, one and all.